I hope I'm not looking all types of pale, because this girl right here is like, I'm not gonna wear makeup for this video, and then you look in the viewfinder and like, yo, scare all the kids away.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there.
Hello there, you guys, your girl Euniycemari here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite underarm skincare products, if that's the way to say it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button if that's this video. I promise it won't hurt. Alright, you guys, so this video is longer overdue. I was supposed to do this video a long time ago, but today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite underarm skincare products. A lot to say. So these products I don't use as often. Some of them I use on an everyday basis, and I'm going to break that down and tell you that as I go, as well as a lot of these you guys have already seen. But as I'm going along on this journey, and if you haven't seen my 3-year update journey, I will leave that down below and above in the link in the icon bubble, as well as, you know, just my whole underarm skincare journey, or underarm going natural journey. You can find that down below as well. What was I saying? I don't even remember. But yeah, so I'm going to share with you guys what I'm using. A lot of this you guys have seen before. It's repeats. You'll be like, oh yeah, she did say about that. And some items you guys will see have kind of disappeared. Some products I don't really use as often because they're not really needed as in a good way. You know, like I don't have to use tea tree oil or peppermint oil underneath my arms anymore, because I got like the scent thing down and all that, making sure you ain't stinky around here. But let's go ahead and let's jump into my favorite things for my underarm skincare. And first we're going to talk about what I wash with. Okay, we're going to talk about the soaps, the body wash, the things that are very important when it comes to underarm skincare, keeping away that scent, those bacteria, the not so fun stuff. Okay, and I'm first going to start with my African black soap. It's probably kind of all yucky, but I'm just going to show you guys the packaging. This is Shea Moistures, and it's dripping water. Perfect, great. This is a Shea Moisture African Black bar, and I love this too because it is pretty much formulated for troubled skin, and it's not overly drying. I'm gonna put this back down because it's got water on it kind of, and it's dripping. But it's formulated for troubled skin, as well as it's not overly drying, so it kind of cleanses the skin, but it also gives it a lot of moisture. I like to use it all over the body, underarms, my whole body, my face. It is a great overall bar. The next thing that I want to talk about is also a Shea Moisture products, the Superfruit Complex Body Wash. This is hands down by far my favorite body wash. For the last couple of months, this has been the only body wash from Shea Moisture that I have been grabbing. Now, if you guys have noticed, back then I used to be in love with the green tea one, but no honey, this one right here gives me a great amazing scent, and it leaves my skin moisturized afterwards, like amazing. Also too, I've noticed that this helps out a lot with my underarms, and just keeping the health of my underarms looking great, and I'm all for that, and that moisture and, you know, all that. So I just like what that does for me. Okay, 2 items that I want to talk about that are not here that are soaps are Dr. Bronner tea tree soap and the Trader Joe's Eucalyptus, Peppermint, and tea tree soap. Now those 2 products I kind of buy every now and then. I will more so grab for the Trader Joe's tea tree, peppermint, and eucalyptus body wash, because number one, it's a lot cheaper. It's only $3.99. That stuff, it feels amazing. It's tingling. It does the overall job. Dr. Bronners is one of my favorites as well. It is a little bit more in price, but a little bit of it goes a long way, and you guys have heard me rant about that product 1,000,001 times. But those are products that I grab here and there. I do not always go out and buy them, especially now where I'm at in my underarm skincare journey. That word is always so much for me to say. Now that I'm in my underarm skincare journey, those products are not as needed, and also too, because I am doing the Bentonite Clay detox, which we'll talk about in a moment. Those are really kind of like in the moment, like if I'm at the store and I'm like, yeah, let me just go ahead and get a bottle of it, it won't hurt, you know. So those are my 4 underarm washes that I love to use, that I know for a fact will get me cleansed under the arm, as well as not stripping my underarms or anything, but they actually add to the structure and the health of my skin, which is very important. People always want to ask me the question of, You know, how do I lighten the underarms, my underarms? How do I make the underarms look a lot clearer and younger and just fresh? And I really believe that how you cleanse your arm, as well as getting rid of deodorant, which is a whole other story, all that plays a part. And also too, I will talk about in another video the underarm darkness, because so many people are like, how do I get rid of darkness in my bikini area and my underarm? And I have a whole little thing behind that, and we'll talk about that in another video. So if you guys have any questions about that, leave down below. Exfoliation is very important for the underarm area, to pair it with your washing, okay, or with how you cleanse the skin. Now, I do a ton of different exfoliators. I make my own out of sugar, jojoba oil, and just go ahead and just put it underneath the arm. You guys have also heard me talk a lot about this. This is one that I have been using for almost every day now since I got it, because it does have tea tree oil in it, which is really great for the skin. So that's gonna most likely be something that I repeat by, especially for my underarms, keeping away ingrown hairs, just keeping the underarm as clear as possible. So with pairing of how I cleanse my underarm, I do throw in an exfoliator at least once a week for my underarms. I don't do it every day, and depending on when I wax my underarms as well, because waxing is a form of exfoliation, just a little bit. I only have 2 underarm treatments currently that I am liking and I'm rotating with, and they just work for me. I don't want to do too much to my underarm skin, so, and I like to be as minimal as possible. You guys know me. So if you guys have not seen my Bentonite Clay underarm detox, that crap is amazing. That is a once a month type of deal that I do under the arms, which, speaking of, I need to do it because I haven't done it yet this month. So this right here is an amazing way to just pull out all those impurities from underneath the arm. I mix it with apple cider vinegar, leave it on for about 10-15 minutes, get in the shower, and my underarms feel so refreshed. So adding some type of treatment for my underarm is very, very important. So I love this to make, and I will also leave that video or that underarm detox tutorial down below. It's gotten a lot of hits. I think I have about 9,000 views, if not more, on that video. So that video is very, very popular, and it's a good video. I really do think it's a very good, informative video. So I will leave that down in the below for you guys to go and check that out. The next treatment that I do use, my only and last treatment, is my DIY Ingrown hair serum. So this has lavender oil, tea tree oil, jojoba oil, and vitamin E oil in it. I believe that's it. And I also have a whole DIY video on this. I'll leave that down below. But I apply this underneath my arms as well, and down below in my bikini area, just in places where I do wax and I want to keep away ingrown hairs. This is where I apply that at. And I don't use this every day or that often underneath my arms. I use it probably about once a week, if that, okay? So this is just something, these are 2 things that I kind of throw in when needed. I don't do them all the time. It's just whenever I'm like, my arms may need a little bit of a pick-me-up, let me go ahead and, you know, put some of this or some of this, you know, underneath the arms. So those are my only 2 forms of treatment when it comes to the underarms, okay? So lastly, we're gonna jump into deodorants, and you guys already know, okay, you already know what I like to use. First and foremost, I am in love with the crystal stick as well as the crystal liquid. I love this because it's very lightweight and it smells good. It has a little bit of a scent to it. The stick is a little bit more tricky. You have to wet it, apply it to the underarm. It doesn't have a scent to it, but this stuff, you guys, it does the job. And not only that, but this thing lasts forever. I think I've had this for about a year or so, and it lasts a long time. But these you have to kind of buy a little bit more because they do run, I do run through these a little bit faster, and usually when I finish this, I will jump into using this just to kind of like use it up. But all in all, crystal deodorant, I love, like I love, hands down. It's my favorite drugstore natural deodorant, okay? Favorite natural deodorant that I do not have here that I actually do need to go and get me more of is the Lavendar deodorant. I love that stuff. That stuff, it's just that it's kind of pricey. It's about $14 for, I forgot the size, but it is a kind of a pricier deodorant, and I feel like since I have something that is cheaper and gets the job done, I kind of just go for that. But I do want to get my hands on some of the Lavendar deodorant and just kind of like, you know, bounce back and forth with using it, because it is a great like high-end deodorant, I guess. It's $14. Is that considered a high-end deodorant? I don't know. Fully paired is always lavender oil. Now lavender is a scent that I've noticed I like for my underarms. I am not a big lavender girl, I'm not gonna lie. lavender is not one of my favorite scents, but for my underarms, it's like a match made in heaven. So I will take a little bit of this and sprinkle it underneath my arms usually, and compare with my crystal deodorant, just to give me a little bit more of a backup on, you know, making sure that I stay nice and fresh. And even with the La Vanilla, I like the lavender deodorant with that one. So I'm not a big fan in lavender as far as like perfumes or just wearing it to wearing it, but I love lavender as far as under my arms. It just meshes well with my underarm chemistry, and it keeps me nice and fresh throughout the entire day. That is it. That is all of my favorite products for my underarm skincare routine. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, as well as I will leave playlists and videos of all my underarm care, my underarm journey, going natural, all that fun stuff. So you guys can go ahead and kind of catch up if you have not. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your girl Euniycemari. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you in a later video.